We got Utah State players Karson Templin, Mason Falslev. I guess the Dancing Brothers. I tend to see you guys a lot on TikTok, Instagram, just doing a lot of dances. I know you had the one that kind of went viral. They played that after everyone. Karson, did you come up with another one this year?
There may or may not be a part 2 on the way.
Ooh.
So stay tuned.
All right, stay tuned. Got to follow Karson on Instagram.
Yep, follow me at Karson Templin.
There we go. So I guess just what's this off-season process been like for you, Mason? I'll start with you. I know we had a chance to talk to you over the summer, but just what's this been like for you guys? A few more returners, more expectations now. Just is the pressure kind of building for you guys?
I mean, the pressure's always there. You know, Utah State, we've been a good program for forever.
For a while.
for a really long time. And, you know, I'm just excited to – I mean, it's pretty fun. You know, people talk about how it sucks that all these people transfer away. And, you know, it does, obviously. But it's also awesome that we get to meet new friends and have new teammates and build more relationships with guys. So it's been fun this year. You know, it's been a grind, but it's been a lot of fun.
You guys had a chance to say hi to Dayton. I know I saw him earlier.
Yeah. We got him.
We saw Day.
Did you bug him a little bit?
Yeah. Had to pull his ear.
How quickly do you guys circle that game with New Mexico? I guess you guys are going to travel to New Mexico first, right?
I haven't even looked.
See, I looked and I can't remember now. But
I think that game is always circled regardless, but maybe there'll be another circle for it.
But for you guys personally, obviously, there's another reason of, hey, we got to go see Dayton again.
Yeah, for sure.
But looking at, I guess another thing about former Aggies, you know, Sam Merrill and Miyashiketa both starting. I know you guys got to meet those guys. What's it like seeing those former Aggies in the NBA and, heck, balling out in their season openers? Both did pretty good. Start with you, Karson. Just what's it like seeing those former Aggies in the NBA playing?
Yeah, I think it's pretty cool. Utah State has more people starting in the NBA than Utah and BYU. So, I mean, it's pretty cool to see that it can be done. There's a pathway paved. You know, you see those guys do it, and they were in our shoes just not too long ago. So to see those guys start and put up good numbers is pretty inspiring, and, you know, we're just proud to have them as Aggies.
And then Mason, just what's it like? I know there's some comparisons between you and Sam Merrill, at least as far as playing a similar position. What's it like, you know, seeing him play in the NBA?
Yeah, I mean,
maybe joining him one day. Imagine you got that goal.
Oh, yeah, I mean, that would be amazing. But we had a chance to talk with Sam a couple weeks ago, asked him a few questions, and, you know, Sam's awesome. He's a great role model, and he's great on and off the court. And as far as Nimi goes, like, I remember playing against Nimi when I was a sophomore in high school, going and playing in the Aggie runs. And, you know, he's even bigger now than he was then. Yeah. So, you know, it's awesome, and I'm super proud of him too, and it's just amazing.
So, and I've drawn this comparison a couple of different times, but you look at some of the Aggie players who've gone on to have great seasons. They make the jump from their sophomore to junior year. You're making that transition sophomore to junior. You know, there are a lot of people who are thinking you were maybe going to be preseason player of the year. I know that goes to Miles Burr, but there's a lot of hype for you as well as a star in the Mountain West. It's like, you know, how big of a jump are you trying to take this year to potentially go from being a pretty good player in the Mountain West to maybe one of the stars in the conference?
Yeah, I mean, I don't really care about preseason polls. You know, doesn't mean anything. I just got to go out and, you know, I'm not trying to do anything out of my potential. I just want to make my game more solid, and in all honesty, I just want to win games and win a Mountain West championship, and I think everything will take care of itself if we do that.
So now, Karson, you're looking to continue to grow as well, and I know in the exhibition I saw you pulling out a few post moves. I got that jump hook in there. I know you had that kind of mid-range floater. You did that a lot last year. How much have you tried to kind of add to your scoring profile to add to what you have as a defender and rebounder?
I mean, I definitely have tried to polish my game offensively. This offseason, I've been shooting more, working on making better reads, and obviously some finishing around the rim a little more. But I feel like it's just a matter of being comfortable. You know, I've done all those things. I did it in high school. It's not like it's something new. Like, I've never shot a jump hook before.
Yeah.
But it's just a matter of being comfortable and just feeling out the game. So, you know, it just starting to feel more comfortable. It's my third year here, and it's getting good.
How many three-pointers have you put up? I know you shot some in the regular season last year, was up and down. How many shots have you tried to put up to make that a consistent part of your game?
You know, I'm just going to take open shots when they come to me. So if I'm open from three, it's going up. If it's not, I'm going to go set a ball screen.
Yeah.
So I don't know if I can put a number on it. I could be left open 6 times in one game. I'll shoot 6 threes.
Yeah.
Could be open 0 times, and I'll shoot 0 threes.
Yeah. Well, I'm saying, how many have you shot in the off season trying to prepare for it?
I can't even count. Our coaches have been really good at getting us in the gym. And
Do you have a number you shoot for in practice, or is it just however many you take?
However many I take, honestly. But I've definitely been on the gun a lot and shooting with Coach Hout and Coach Manny this offseason, so it's been good.
So, Mason, I know something you were trying to do a lot last year, those alley-oop passes. I know sometimes you got them, sometimes. Is that something you've been continuing to work on? Because that's obviously kind of a next step for you guys as a playmaker, where you focus a lot on scoring, but now your whole offense is running through you. How much have you tried to improve as a passer?
I said I think I don't know how many assists I averaged last year, but it's just going to be hopefully part of my game, just making the right reads. Maybe it's not alley-oops, but maybe it's just making the right pass. That's all I'm really trying to focus on, is just making the right reads.
I know a lot of people want to say, like, are you going to play point guard, or do you feel like you're just going to kind of stick with the shooting guard, small forward, or do you ever see yourself maybe being the point guard in a lineup?
No, I mean, I'll do whatever coach wants me to do, and as of now, I'm just sticking to the wing and just trying to be the most efficient player I can.
So, looking back at the exhibition at Karson, what are the biggest things you feel like you learned about your team? You finally play somebody else that isn't you guys. What do you feel like you learned the most?
I felt like we learned that we have a lot of players that are good. A lot of different lineups work together. And I think it was just good to see another defense besides ours. Coach was pretty upset about our offense the week before. We go out, score, 88 points? Is that what we scored?
Yeah, I think it was 88.
So our offense wasn't as bad as we thought. So it was just good to see another defense and, kind of get some film. And, see where we can go from there.
Yeah. And I know defensively, coach has talked about how much he's worked on defense. Said it was like 70% of what you guys been doing has been defense. What's that been like? Both as attorneys, knowing how the defense was last year, good at times, well, not as good late in the season. Just what's that been like improving that and improving as a team? Start with you, Mason.
Yeah, I mean, try to clean some things up, change our defense from last year. Obviously, it's close to the same, but different in a lot of ways. So just trying to tweak it and make it so that it can carry us through times that get rough.
Yeah. Are you expecting to play more man, or is it still a lot of the matchup zone where I know it's kind of a hybrid between man and zone?
I'd say it's more man this year for sure. A little bit. Well, I mean, it's still the hybrid defense, but it's more man than it is zone.
It's always hard to describe this because, zone.
Coach E will get mad if we talk about it. It's fist.
It's fist. There we go. That's the thing for it. So I guess with the team you have now, there's a lot more length. At least on the wings, you bring in some 6'8", 6'9" guys. How much do you feel like that really helps you guys in running this defense where, having size and length pretty much has a chance to always raise your potential on defense? Start with you, Karson.
Yeah, having size and length is always good. We can get out there, get some open stance steals. MJ had quite a few in our scrimmage, and they led to breakaway layups. I think he had 2 or 3 of them at least.
Yeah. So,
it just makes it easier to score if we can get steals and get out in transition. So, I think it's been great to have length. We got Adlin. His length is.
Yeah, it's pretty. Yeah. Is he the tallest player on the team? I was looking at you guys in the lineup for the national anthem. I'm like, it looks like he's the tallest.
He might be the tallest. He's pretty big.
Mason, I'll ask about your defense because I feel like I think you led the Mountain West in steals last season, but it doesn't seem like people think of you as a defender. It feels like that's not. It feels like that's not quite right. Where people seem to underrate your defense, despite some of the things you pull off. Have you gotten that sense from when you hear people talking about you?
Yeah. I mean, it was pretty cool that I got all defensive team last year. So that was cool. And as far as that goes, it's good. Underlook me, do whatever you want. But I'm just gonna do me, and I'm gonna play the same way I did last year.
Yeah, because it seems like everybody always talk about your scoring bad. You made all defense, you led the league in steals, but it's like nobody ever talks about one of the top defenders in the league. But I'll turn to you, Karson, talking about defense. I know interior defense is something that's obviously going to be key. There were a couple struggles against Seattle where they were getting some post guys in there, committing some fouls. What's the key for you guys as bigs where you're not the tallest, and usually that's a big thing in terms of rim defense? What's the key for you guys to defend the interior even if you're not able to swat a bunch of shots just because you're really tall?
I think the key is doing your work early. You can't let guys get inside position on you. That's one of the biggest things as an undersized post player I've learned is you can't let them get a catch. If they get a deep catch, they're going to score over you because I'm only 6'8". So, 7-footer gets a deep catch on me, it's probably not going to be good. It might be a foul. So, you got to do your work early, and it'll work out for you and help you stay out of foul trouble.
Any of these matchups you're looking forward to against some of the bigs, like Drew Fielder, Boise State, Magoon, Guath? Like, looking forward to facing some of those really big centers?
I'm looking forward to playing Magoon. We played against each other, or we played with each other in high school growing up. So we've known each other for a long time, and I'm trying to think who else in the league I'm excited to go against.
Yeah, there's a few.
There's a lot, but Magoon's my guy, so that's why.
Then you guys picked to finish second. It's either second or third, I think, is where you guys are going to get picked. Now you talk about preseason polls, doesn't matter, but Utah State's been picked a little lower because there's obviously not been as many expectations, but this is first year in a few years where there are a lot of expectations. How do you guys try and handle that?
Just focus on our team. Said this before, I think, college basketball is at the point where it's not necessarily about each individual player, but it's about your chemistry on and off the court, how you guys can play together. You guys know each other's strengths and weaknesses, so I think it's just a matter of that, just coming together as a team and being the best team that we can be.
Have you guys tried to develop that chemistry? Because, everyone seems to have to build that, but nobody has a whole lot of time. What do you guys got to do to try and build that chemistry quicker than anybody else, Karson?
I think just spend time with each other off the court. Mason had us over for a pumpkin carving night the other night with the whole team. It was pretty fun. My pumpkin did not win.
I was about to say, who had the best pumpkin?
Mine did.
No,
Mine did.
No.
Mine did.
Drake Allen.
No, mine got picked. Mine got picked.
Or Gary Clark.
No, Gary's caught on fire. That's how bad Gary's was.
So I think just doing stuff like that, being around the guys. We have a bunch of great dudes. I think we really do have 15 guys that I do love and care about. So, it's a great squad. Just got to spend a lot of time together.
All right, thank you so much, Mason, Karson. Thanks for coming on. We'll look forward to seeing you guys this season.
Sweet, thank you.
Thank you, Jason.